Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Blockchain and fintech, it's thriving. There's a new market study that was put out by HTF Market Intelligence. It's 125 pages long, and they talk about the players that are really shaping this space, one of which is Ripple. And they do a lot of breakdowns of the marketplace, taking you out to 2025 and how it is being driven by these major players. If you look hard, you can find some of those graphics that support this research. I did find a few, and I tweeted a couple of them out. The report itself is very expensive, $2,350 for just the one user PDF, or the enterprise version, which is $4,700. It's a lot of money for these research study papers. And this is the table of contents, which if you don't want to buy the report, I will put the link to this page in the description below, because it does give you a lot of insight as to what they are focusing on. And I think it tells a lot in itself. All right, so one of the graphics that I found, I think, is this one I want to share with you, which is most interesting. This is the on-demand liquidity user Azimo. They are a Ripple partner, and they use the digital asset XRP to do their remittances, and they are projected to have a huge slice of the mobile remittance market. You can see this is the Azimo market share in pink. You'll find a couple of other names on here too that I think are familiar to you. That's World Remit and Remitly. All right, I have some breaking news. It's very interesting, but I need to give you a little bit of the backstory to illustrate the significance, and also to show how interwoven this space with the players who are shaping the space are becoming. So back in 2015, SBI Japan, they led a Series B funding round, 5 million, for the South Korean blockchain technology company called CoinPlug. All right, and they are very exciting in terms of what kind of company they are. They do a lot of consulting, and in March they made it actually to the top 10 blockchain related companies, as did Ripple. You can follow them on Twitter. Now, for 2020, the CEO said in January that they were preparing for the expansion of their services in Latin America, Vietnam, and Thailand. So why do I keep talking about Latin America, Thailand, and Vietnam? Because there is just a lot going on there, especially for Ripple. In Latin America, we have the on-demand liquidity user Interbank Peru. They just launched their new mobile app with 2 other Ripple partners. That was in the last video that I did. And then in Vietnam, there's the Vietnam TP Bank. This is a bank that is 19% owned by SBI in Japan. They are running on Ripple. And of course, the Siam Commercial Bank, they're running on Ripple, and they're in Thailand. So this is very often why I'm focusing on this part, these parts of the world. All right, let's jump to the bank I want to talk about in this release that came out today. This is Kookmin Bank, or so very often referred to as KB Bank, and they are among the 4 largest banks ranked by asset value in South Korea. In 2016, they were very early to the blockchain space. They announced that they were going to do a joint development of international remittances, partnering with CoinPlug. All right, so CoinPlug is the company that got that round of funding led by SBI. And you can also see that they did a KB Kookmin card. It was something that they were able to patent for that technology. And so that seemed like it was a really good partnership. Now, just kind of step sideways and look at what's going on in South Korea with SBI. You can see that in July 2017, SBI announced a joint venture with CoinPlug, and that created the SBI cause money. And SBI cause money is a application online that provides overseas remittances, and they can do it up to 90% cheaper than banks. And they are operating in 12 countries, including Vietnam, Philippines, USA, Australia. Everybody knows that those are ODL corridors. And you can see that the release that came out today is that the KB Bank, according to Digital Today, they broke the news that they are really taking the plunge. They have a KB DAC trademark application, and it was revealed that the bank is going to launch digital asset services. And this relates to investment, trading, OTC, and with their business partner, Atom Rig Labs, the bank will pursue storage, and that is a storage solution for digital assets. The DAC in the KBDAC stands for Digital Asset Custody. So they could do it as soon as 4 to 6 months from now. And if you remember, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, had these two predictions that appeared in the Ripple Insights December 19th, and their year-end summary with a lot of predictions actually from a lot of the Ripple team members. And you can see the first prediction looks spot on. So CEO Brad Garlinghouse is even bolder, predicting that half of the top 20 biggest banks in the world will actively hold and trade digital assets in 2020. And then he also goes on to say that he also sees that fiat currencies will go digital in the next year. And boy, he was sure correct in that, because the MIT Technology Review had a great article today on how we just glimpsed how a digital dollar might work, thanks to you know what. And the proposal, it's a new kind that was proposed for the government to run a payments platform. It didn't quite make it into the US Congress relief plan, but it won't be the last time we hear of the idea, I'm sure. So a few powerful American policymakers, they were seriously considering the idea that the Federal Reserve issue these digital dollars. And in the end, the policymakers decided to dole out the money using existing methods like direct bank accounts, deposits, and mailed paper checks. But even though the proposed system didn't make the final cut for the bill, it appears that the digital dollar got closer to ever becoming a reality. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, everybody, we are jumping to some fluff. So, not surprising, because in Japan you can get almost anything through a vending machine. Well, here the face masks have made it into vending machines. This is one that is fully washable and reusable for just 610 yen. That's just a little under $6. So not a bad price, I think, since it can be reused. I like this idea a lot. But moving to really what I want to talk about for fluff is cherry blossoms are in full mankai. They're in full blossom right now. And this is a very interesting place to see them, which will have to wait for another year, because they are cordoning off with yellow do not enter zones of the cherry blossom viewing areas all around Tokyo. So I don't know about this park because it's about an hour northwest of Tokyo. It's in a place called Saitama. It's a short day trip from Tokyo, but this is has a really beautiful collection of cherry trees. And so during the full bloom, it's just beautiful. Now, this is really an interesting place because the Sakitama Kofun has ancient burial mounds, and they're from the 5th century. And you can see from this next photo I'm going to show you, this is one of 9 that you see from the aerial view. And these burial mounds are in the shape of like a keyhole. They denote the final resting place of individuals of very high rank. And researchers, they have found a lot of interesting items, some bronze mirrors, military items, horse harnesses, clay sculptures, and maybe one of the most amazing items found. Oh, I wanted to show you this incredible picture. This is the view from one of the mounds. How great is that? Yeah, I just love that. Okay, so one of the great items they found was a sword, and it is now a national treasure. It's a bit rusty and a bit fragile, but it is definitely a relic from another world. It's called the Inariyama sword, and it's something that they x-rayed in 1978. It was found in 1968, but they x-rayed it in 1978, and it revealed a gold inlaid inscription. So we know who the maker was, and we also know the names of his children because they appeared on the backside of the sword in this gold inlay. And the date corresponds to be around 531. And the person that was buried with this sword in the tomb was a very influential warrior of the region. His name was Wowake. So anyway, if you are interested in this kind of history, this is just a day trip from Tokyo. And they have a great collection of everything. Not everything that was found, but a great collection of many things that were found. Okay, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.